Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realnesss with 3S's. I'm your host, Chappell. Francis, here with Chappell to talk about episode 7 of the Traitors USA season 4. Chappell, how you doing?
Chantel, I'm great, especially because we just saw the most devastating, impactful moment in the Traitors' history, according to Alan Cumming.
What was the moment? I actually still don't know what it was.
I feel like they want us to be like really enamored by that dinner scene where, you know, Jam's pulled out kicking and screaming or whatever. But
that was kind of funny.
It was cool, but like, don't you think it's a little overblown?
Yeah, or maybe it's the drink to potions. Maybe that hasn't been done yet.
I mean, I thought it was cool. Don't get me wrong, but like I didn't think it was like groundbreaking, you know. But
yeah,
I don't know what I thought was gonna happen, but it wasn't that. But this was a fun episode.
It was a fun episode. I would say this is probably the best episode of the season. Yes. And I agree, though, with the hype that Alan was giving him on all of his press. And we're like, okay, this black banquet, what's going to happen here? Firstly, not all the outfits were that impressive. I was like,
ooh,
not all
names.
Okay, Johnny's wasn't that impressive. I thought that he would have been a little bit more extravagant, personally.
Yeah,
he was wearing like all white, and like it was nice, but like I wanted it to be more. Like my favorite actually was Lisa Rinna's outfit. Like
she
I thought,
ate that up, man.
Yeah!
She ate that up. She ate that up.
Like it looks so good, and like I loved actually also Candace's crown was amazing. You know what I mean? I wanted everybody to go there.
Showed out. No, that was a good point. There were a couple other ones that were nice. Like Eric's was kind of cool, like the blue, like teal, like sparkly, like kind of tuxedo style jacket. I thought it was dope, but still kind of like his style, you know.
Yeah.
But there were a couple where I was like, dang, this is a little bit more from them. That's all I needed.
Yeah, a little bit more. Like maybe. I don't know. I just wanted it to be the moment where they all went to 10, you know, like to feel like it's like 7, you know, like I wanted everybody to really, really show up. I didn't like Natalie's outfit.
She was wearing.
It was like a really like a plate that was here, but I just didn't find it to be flattering personally.
Yeah. That one didn't stand out. I like Maura when she put on her hat. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah,
and it was all like together. Like, yeah, she actually she has some good fits this season. Maura has. What did you think about Colton and his?
I can't get a good read on what it's supposed to be because I guess they never really focus on it from the front enough for me to like really process what it is. So is it just like beads in a jacket?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a beaded like neck piece. I don't know, décolletage. Like I don't know, it's like a beaded bolero, full bolero. I don't know.
Yeah, I think my issue is that I'm not quite sure what it was supposed to be, right? Like, because you see the jacket, but you see the beads and stuff under it, so I never really got into the whole look. So yeah, he wasn't one of my favorites.
Thing, I was like,
yeah, like I needed to see the whole thing. I think is what was going on with me.
Icona here loved all the outfits. No, not all of them. The men's, okay, I don't usually care for men's outfits, but Candace and Lisa ate with their fits. Yes, they did ate.
They did. And I also didn't really like Dorinda's outfit. Like I feel like she just kind of
maroon and gold. I don't know.
The colors didn't bother me as much as it just kind of looked like she would wear like a shawl. She's kind of looking like an old lady. And like I feel like she doesn't have to register so old, but I felt like the outfit itself made it feel like Golden Girls. Her and Johnny Weir both looking like Golden Girls.
Yeah, with like a pantsuit with the baggy pants. Yeah.
Blanche Devereaux, somebody said when I was on Twitch, and I was like, yeah, I could kind of see it actually.
I 100% see Blanche Devereaux actually. Yeah. Tara looked like she was going to the club. I don't even remember what she was wearing.
I thought she looked good though. I remember like I think she was wearing like a big like a furry jacket type situation. I thought I liked it.
Were they provided these clothes, do you know, or was it?
I think they had to get these from the crib because Rob Cesternino has been wearing his social media. He looked very below deck.
I actually liked Rob's outfit. I thought he looked good.
I liked it too. I didn't have any real issue with it. I love seeing the Podfather dress up, you know. So I don't know. I don't think they could have been provided these. Especially because like a lot of them had to be like custom fitted. Like Jam's like white jacket with the tailoring was so good. Like you could tell like he went and had that made for him.
Well,
Or at
doesn't
least
his partner have like? Isn't he in
that's a good question.
that
I
world?
actually don't remember. I don't remember. I don't know what Jam Jam's partner does. That's a good question. Maybe.
I could be making it up, but I could have sworn he was into. Maybe I'm mistaking him with somebody else, but I thought he was like into fashion or like creating textiles or creating stuff. Because didn't he say something like, "I'll get my partner to make something for you"? I don't know.
Ooh,
Am I am I conflating?
maybe.
I don't
No,
know.
I feel like that might have been it. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you might be right. But yeah, so I know that I definitely think these outfits were for them. Now, whether or not they chose to keep them is the question, right? Like, so Rob Simpson, is never going to wear that outfit outside of that banquet. But Lisa Rinna, she could. I mean, not that she would rewear any
She
outfits,
wouldn't rewear
but
it.
but
That's
she
going in a
could.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but she could. She's keeping that for sure.
I no, I loved it. We were talking last week about like what we would wear. Did you get inspired about what you might want to wear?
I did. Like I probably, like I said, I'm probably like a little bit more sporty in my clothes. But I think I was reading a article online or something, and Monet Exchange was talking about how like her whole goal was to like bring like the Scottish flair to stuff. So I probably would have tried to do something like that, maybe like a
You wearing
suit,
a
but like with
kilt?
some like plaid or something. Yeah, no, some plaid. Definitely not a. I don't think a kilt. I don't got the legs for a kilt. You know what I'm saying? I got to hit the gym before I start doing all of that.
You know, no calves?
Nah, not right now. Not right now. Got been out. I've been out for a little bit.
I did well. I don't. I'm watching it on a Canadian channel, so I haven't seen all the commercials.
Oh,
Is
oh
it?
yeah,
It's Traitors
Rob
related?
Roush. Rob Roush
Oh,
is
that Rob.
yeah.
Okay.
He's the new face of the like. Hey man, we talked about this in our cast preview, and I was saying how like this show can rehabilitate images. I suspected that was what Colton was kind of trying to do a little bit, kind of like get some positivity going. Not that it's working, but like last season, we saw Tom Sandoval, like kind of like people softened to Tom by the end of the season. It was happening slowly, but by the time he was doing that challenge where you could listen and kind of match the pitches or whatever, that's when people
He's
were like,
just a
you know what?
goof.
I don't
Yeah.
think Tom's that bad. And I really think Rob Roush has kind of had that transformation too. Not that he was as hated as Tom, but of all the people on Love Island from that season, the PPG girls and like that whole crew and their partners, they're the stars of that season, right? By the end of this, the star might be Rob Roush because why is he on a Sonic commercial? He's doing so much now. Like he's very much on that like Dylan Efron, Boston Rob trajectory right now. And I wouldn't be shocked if he ended up on Dancing with the Stars.
Do you think you'd go?
This man don't look like he's turning any jobs down. You know
Well,
what I'm
he didn't
saying?
do After the Villa with like his cast.
Oh no, I didn't know that. Do you know why?
I think he was just like not something that he wanted to do. He
Okay.
was too
Well,
cool for school.
I think right now his star is rising. And so I don't know if he should be turning down any deals because this could be good for him. Look at Dylan.
I mean, I love Dylan, but Dylan's definitely. I don't know. Like, I just don't know if Rob would take Dancing with the Stars as seriously as Dylan would, and like, you kind of
Yeah.
have to take it seriously in order for it to work. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I don't
You know
know if
that
anybody.
Colton wants it though. Colton wants it
Yeah,
bad.
Colton wants it, but I feel like you got to put Rob in that spot right now. He would be number one for me as far as like people who I think would come from this show and go to that. Just because like I mean, people probably didn't think he was going to take the Traitors too seriously, and he's gaming hard.
Okay, yeah, I guess when they were casting him, like he's like, I like games. I'm gonna play. I'd play hard. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess he has a manager that's working for him right now. Maybe because
Yeah.
his class has had so many opportunities and he hasn't really taken any. So he's like, it's
If
my
I'm his
time.
representation, I would definitely be pushing him because this is the time, right? It could have been any of those PPG people, and they picked Rob, and he might as well just take it and run with it.
Now, do you think there's a better opportunity than Janae on Destination X?
Dancing with the Stars or this?
Oh no, the Traitors, because like
The
she got
Traitors
that.
definitely. The Traitors definitely. Like, don't get me wrong. You can put Janae on any show, right? Like, if Dondi had continued, put Janae there. Like, she could just do anything. I would hate to see her on this show because if they make Janae cry at the round table, I'm gonna lose it. But I do think this is a great spot. Like all the fandoms are looking at this. I venture to say many of the viewers that are watching the Traitors have not seen Janae on Destination X.
Okay, fine. Wait, which star or pro would you put Rob with if he were on? Who do you think would he be his best match?
Put him with Emma. I think Emma was putting Emma Slater. I think she was like posting that she's watching the show. And
Oh,
so yeah, so
yeah,
put him
she was
with Emma.
watching with Alan. Yeah.
Yeah, put him with Emma.
Oh, and I think she watched maybe watch Love Island too. She feel like she's in the know.
Yeah, that's what I said. Put it with Emma. She's one of us.
Well, I was thinking obviously Danielle because like I think that she's the best pro, but you might be right. Having her fangirl a little bit about Rob and then like train him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where I would go. But yeah, he's having a moment right now.
Really? Okay. Well, I mean, do you think it might all fall down after this episode? Maybe it's gonna come crashing.
I have some questions about some of the things he did strategically. So yeah, let's talk about it.
So the episode's called The Black Banquet. We hear Jam Jam being like, I'm not taking anything from anyone. Like, how would you approach this Black Banquet? Like, how someone's gonna die?
Yeah, I probably would do exactly that, right? Like I would just be like stone faced. Like I wouldn't eat anything anybody handed me. I probably wouldn't eat anything. Like I probably would just be sitting like everyone else would have to eat, like take a bite out of it before I go. You know how what is it like those like presidents and stuff, they like have a food taster in case it's poison. Like that's me. I'd be like, how's the mashed potatoes? Once you eat them, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, like I try it. But they're like pulling the tarot card. I'm not pulling that card. Are you crazy? You don't really want to touch anybody. The air kisses and stuff like that, I would have had to see somebody else air kiss, before I get in there. Like, I just feel like you gotta be really guarded. And I think this doesn't work all the time, right? Like, I think after this, people are going to be so suspicious that they'd have to take a step away from this challenge before they can pull it back out. Because, I mean, look how they got Jam Jam. Like, he just helped somebody out with like something that he probably thought was like the one safe thing he could do is like, let me fix this for you. And that got him killed.
Right. Well, he thinks it was the air kisses though. So, but
Yeah,
but
exactly. He didn't even know.
he didn't even know. Now, do you think that the producers wanted them to get caught? Because this was a very difficult task, I think, and everyone was on high alert. And I just feel like no matter what, whoever was doing this task was going to get found out.
Oh yeah, I definitely think this was I definitely think this is one of those things that they're using to make the Traitors game harder. I think that the game for the Traitors is way easier than it is for the Faithful. It just is. They have only half the chances that the Faithful even get to die. So it's like for them, you gotta have to even the score a little bit. And I think that yeah, you put this murder in plain sight. Now the thing is, they don't have to murder in plain sight. They have to try, or they at least have to show up to the banquet. But had Lisa felt like the block was hot, then she could have opted out. What if she doesn't get anybody to do it? It's not like one of them is going to die. We didn't hear of any consequence, so they didn't have to do this. But I do think it's in the spirit of the game. And I think it's in the spirit of the game to try. I really do. Like, I'm not mad at them for doing it, but we've seen people opt out of murders in plain sight before. So, I don't think this was too bad, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe if it wasn't like all you had to do was get somebody to touch it, she could have easily walked up to Dorinda and be like, "Hey, girl, you see this?" And she's like, "Yeah, girl, I see it." And she wouldn't have thought nothing about it. So yeah, I think she could have gotten away with this, but for Lisa specifically, all eyes were on her after the last roundtable, and so people were just looking for a reason to say like that was suspicious. It's you.
Yeah, and it's not fair, in my opinion, that they had to choose before that roundtable even happened who was going to be doing that, task.
Mission,
and like,
yeah.
why does Rob get off scot-free? Because like, it wouldn't be something that he'd necessarily be wearing. I think that also is unfair that Lisa had to take that control of that, and then he wasn't really supporting her after. Like, obviously to him, like, I'm here to win for him for myself, but like, it's just kind of annoying that he kind of has a little bit of a free ride.
Right now, yeah, for sure. He's already started to make his move on Lisa, starting the last roundtable. So he's already pushing for her. He's not going to make the world any easier for her. Had Lisa been like, I can't pull this off because I'm wearing a teal sailor outfit, then maybe he's like, oh, okay, I have no choice but to do it. But it played right into his hands. I mean, I think Candace probably could have got away with it because her outfit was a little bit more ornate. So she probably could have got away with it. And like, oh, my amulet fell off. And she's socially, people aren't as worried about Candace as they are Lisa. Mm-hmm. Anything Lisa did after that roundtable was going to be bad. Maybe that's just good on Rob for knowing that immediately after this, if I can't get her out at the table, she's going to get caught because she has to do this murder in plain sight.
Well, yeah, like he knows that he's going to be able to just like push her right in front of that bus because like she has to do this murder in plain sight and it's going to look suspicious.
She should have opted out. She should have just not did it.
I think that they said that you have to do it though, if I remember what they were saying in the turret.
What they gonna do? Like,
Or like
Like,
whoever you decide is the person that does it. Like they couldn't switch up who was supposed to do it.
yeah, I
Which
just meant like she could have just been unsuccessful. You know, like what are the producers gonna do? Like you couldn't get somebody to touch that. You're in timeout, lady. Like you know, like
well, like they didn't have an episode, so like I'm
again, I
sure
think
she
it's in
got
the
coached
spirit
and
of the
had to
game
do
to
it.
try. I don't
Yeah.
mind her trying. I'm just saying, like, if she wants to survive this, she doesn't do it. She just has to opt out.
Lisa though comes down and she definitely was making an entrance. Maybe she knew that this is probably her last like outfit she's going to be wearing, because she's like, I'm not making it through this round table, there's no way, and she just wanted to have like a grandioso exit from the game.
I thought she was the best dressed. So for me, I thought like, yeah, she deserved that entrance for sure.
Definitely. So so they have she has a short list as to who she's going to kill: Jam Jam, Kristen, and Natalie. What do you think about this short list? And do you think there would have been other people that would have been better? Like, what do you think about her game plan?
It seemed like she just picked them because they were the closest people to her before they sat down. Like it didn't seem like she like sought them out. You know, they were around her, talking to her, probably interacting the most. A lot of people were probably avoiding her for the most part. And so you know, she looks around, she's like, okay, these are the three people that's giving me the most attention. Let me try to pick one. And you know, Jam Jam and Natalie being on that list, it's like, man, these gamers can't catch a break, man.
And like, if it were me in there, like, and I'm not like representing a gamer, and Jam Jam goes, and it's just Natalie left, I'd be like, okay, it has to be Natalie. There has to be at least one gamer in the turret, and like, I would be taking her out. I'd be coming for
Yeah.
Natalie next for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It's like she's the last one remaining. It has to be her. And so maybe that was a reason why to leave her in, right? Like even if Jam Jam goes, and we saw people kind of do that train of thought of like, oh, well, maybe Natalie's killing all the gamers to clear herself, because as everyone suspects, there's at least one of them in there. But you could say the same thing about the housewives. If you think for sure Dorinda is safe, there needs to be at least one housewife in there.
Mm-hmm.
So Candace, Lisa, you're on the clock. And so I really don't know if taking out a gamer is great here, because you could still do that maybe in the future. Taking out Kristen would have been interesting, because as we saw, Kristen did not push that hard for the antidote. Like, you know,
she
she's
was
still
rolling her eyes though at Natalie. Like,
oh yeah, she was annoyed, and they all were, and I have a lot of thoughts about that too. So yeah, this was an interesting group, but you know me, I was devastated because leave Jam Jam alone.
Oh, sorry.
My
But
king.
Lisa's like, ouch, 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 ouch. Can you help me? They didn't make it clear as to who out of those three were the ones that helped her and touched the amulet. I thought that was a smart choice with what they were doing with the rest of the episode.
Mhm.
And I thought that was a smart way to go about getting someone to help you, you know?
Yeah, yeah. This was good, and the editing was really good for that too.
Mm. And so everybody's making a plate, being very wary about like, okay, well, who's offering me? I don't eat meat. Why are you offering me food? I don't.
Right.
So suspicious. Very funny though.
It was, and then later on, Tara will be upset because she got some meat, and she's like, "I don't even eat meat." I'm like, "Well, girl, why did you take it? You know, like you should have been like, nah, I don't want that." But like you sitting there taking it, and then I don't know. I have some real issues with this this debate about the potion.
So, are you feeling successful in life? Candace asks Lisa, and she says, "Yes, I do." So that was just their little code talk about whether or not she got someone to touch the amulet.
Mhm.
All right, so it's a surprise. Alan is arriving, and he talks about the legend of this black dinner, and then history is repeating itself. I don't remember the story. Do you remember the story of the lore when somebody dies at the dinner?
No,
Poisoned?
I have no clue what Alan was talking about. I was really trying to pay attention, but then, like I said, I was so focused on, okay, but who's about to die,
Yeah,
that he
who
was
is it?
talking. But Alan, I'll say this, I liked his outfit, and it's rare this season that I've liked Alan's outfit. But he's like wearing like the fluffy pirate shirt, but with the Scottish part at the bottom, his cool jacket. I just didn't like his eyebrows.
Yeah,
I think
I
I'm in
didn't
the
like his
minority
eye.
on that one though.
What was it like? The little like
Little
they were
jewels.
yellow, were they?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Wasn't a
Didn't
fan,
love
but
it.
I like the rest of it.
Yeah, I definitely agree that I haven't loved his outfit this season, but in general, I think that he's having fun with all of his clothing choices. So if you love it, I love it.
Mhm.
So he brings out 2 vials of antidote, and so now 2 people have the opportunity to save themselves because he lets them know that somebody has been poisoned, and you guys have to decide without knowing who it is for sure who gets to take the antidote, and if they are correct, then they do not die. How do you feel about the people that decided that they thought they were in danger. So Tara thought she was in danger. Natalie, Kristen. There's one more.
Jam.
Jam didn't really. He didn't get up there though. He wasn't really.
He didn't get up, but he initially said Lisa kissed me. Like he says that immediately, and then they never really cut back to him. So I started to suspect that it was going to be Jam because they did place that in there, but he wasn't the ones fighting for the potions. Like you said, it ended up being really Natalie and Tara fighting for the potion the most, and then of course Kristen gets it too. I had an issue with Tara. Tara was really like, oh my God, Dorinda, you gave me meat and I don't eat meat. So yeah, I think I'm the one. I think it's me. And I was like, you think Dorinda killed you? Like, you really think Dorinda is a traitor? Ma'am. Okay, fine. Let's say you do. Let's say you do. You're willing to stake all of this on Dorinda being a traitor. Like, because if Tara is correct, that means Dorinda tried to kill her. And I'm like, that doesn't, just to me, girl, we 7 episodes in. I just cannot fathom a world where Dorinda has been pulling all of this off.
Yeah, I mean, it's not possible. Absolutely not possible. I think that they're just like being like situational and not thinking about all the facts. And I think that's what ends up happening, generally speaking, with people's strategy on the Traitors, is that they're like, they only take what happened right now. They don't use the body of work. There's a body of work or lack of work that Dorinda has done and not done to show that she is not a traitor. She's not. There's no way she's a traitor. She's not done anything.
Yeah. So I had a huge issue with that because again, Natalie will get up and she will basically fight Tara for it. You know, like it's her or Tara. And Natalie's like, I think Lisa air kissed me or something like that. But I took the food. Like she's like, Steven gave me the food, and she's like really trying to make a case for herself. Tara's trying to make basically the same case for herself, but Tara is saying it was probably Dorinda that killed me. Now they get up there, they pretty much like go back and forth about it. Natalie ends up winning the day and getting the potion, but they take it so personally. Like, can you believe Natalie fought for them? Like, what? Y'all didn't see Tara doing the same exact thing? Is it only bad because of the way Natalie did it? Because neither one of them was right. So it's not like well, they were trying to keep it out of the hands of a faithful. Well, why can't you say the same thing about Tara if Natalie was a faithful? So I really just thought like this is very weird.
Yeah, it was strange that people were more irritated with Natalie wanting to take the potion. Maybe it's because she ended up taking it in the end. Like maybe they would have been annoyed with Tara if Tara was the one that ended up taking the potion. Maybe that's why.
Maybe. But that's the thing. We know Tara was wrong as well. And so it's kind of like both of you were doing the exact same thing. This is how I felt when, people were talking about, I guess what was it, Tiffany versus Colton. It was like Colton was accusing Tiffany and he was dead ass wrong. Tiffany was accusing Jam and she was dead ass wrong. But it's like, but when Colton does it, we hate him. I was like, okay, cool, fine, whatever. I'm not here to defend Colton, but right now I am here to defend Natalie. I thought that you should be advocating for yourself. The one person who I thought would advocate for himself more was Jam.
Yeah,
he's been Mr. Shield the entire game. And now all of a sudden he's not even standing up to save himself.
Yeah, I wonder why he decided to not force himself like to get one of I know he was nervous, so why did he not go and rip that out of Kristen's hands?
I don't know. Maybe he's good with Kristen and was hoping that she would survive too. Maybe it just like really, it was getting really contentious, honestly. And they were putting a lot of emphasis on Steven. Like, Steven, you served me, you gave me the food, like, and that was like, I think it's Steven and Mark who are like, y'all, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Like, there are definitely moments
Mark was like, I don't think it's food. We're all eating. It's not food.
Right. Isn't it bad? Like, I saw somebody online comparing Mark to Lord Ivar, and I was like, Lord Ivar could never. Like, we don't know. Lord Ivar won the game, and we don't know anything about his strategy or anything. At least we know that Mark and Steven are thinking enough to know Dorinda didn't kill you, and it also was not the food. We're all eating the food. I just thought it was like, okay, there are some level-headed people in there, but they're really getting drowned out.
Definitely getting drowned out, but by Jam getting dragged out of there. So dramatic. Now, do you think it was a good and fair for Jam to be able to speak as he's being dragged out? And just answer that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's fine because one, he's not 100% correct. In fact, he doesn't even know if he's correct. So, like, let's say this was Tara, right? Let's say Tara was 100% correct. She was right and she got poisoned or whatever. she would but like, or she touched the amulet. Let's say she touched it or whatever, or maybe one of these air kisses that everybody was talking about was the one that did them in. If she goes out screaming, "It was you, Dorinda, it was you," everybody's like, "What? It was Dorinda?" Like that, it doesn't immediately indicate that she was right, right? Like we know Jam Jam is basically guessing that it's Lisa because he interacted with Lisa a lot, and that Lisa already was in the hot seat or whatever. But he doesn't have confirmation that it was Lisa. That's why they don't immediately just be like, "So it was Lisa, right?" People were still thinking like, "I don't know about Lisa. It might have been somebody else." Everybody was air kissing. There was still suspicion there, so it doesn't bother me. Like if Lisa is better at not being like so woofy in the moment, then maybe he doesn't do that. But I didn't find it that big of a deal. Like it would be different if production told him it was Lisa who did this, and then he like aired it out. But he's like, "You kissed me," and that was just not what killed him. So I don't know. To me, it wasn't that big of a deal.
I wish that Lisa was better at defending herself, because she's like, "No, I didn't. I didn't kiss you at all." And it's like, "No, you did air kiss him." Now, I don't know if you saw the clip. I was trying to see if I could find it, but somebody posted that it was actually Jam Jam that went to Lisa for the kiss kiss. So he was the one that actually initiated the kiss kiss, and it was air kisses for the most part, unless his lips touch. But she did not kiss him. But yeah, maybe he had an idea, though, that something weird was going on with Lisa, because she was acting a bit weird.
Right. Look, Kristen, if Kristen touched that amulet, she didn't get the potion because she was talking to Lisa. She got the potion because she felt like her card was pulled, right? So if she goes out, she's like, "Johnny pulled my card, Johnny pulled my card." And she would have been wrong. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. Jam Jam just happened to be correct. If he was incorrect in like of who did it or whatever, then we'd have a different conversation on our hands, right? But I didn't have a huge issue with it.
But like, so that was the big banquet that he's been talking about. Is there anything left to be said about this banquet? How was it? It was okay. It was good. It was good.
Yeah. It was good. I liked the moment. You know, the moment was fun. I liked the suspense of it because we really didn't know who was dead, and we didn't find out until the potion. And then we had suspense about who was getting the potion, how to decide to give out the potion. You know, everybody there should kind of want it, but then like, is anybody going to vouch for themselves? Is anybody going to fight for it? You know, does anybody have a smoking gun that says you're the person that killed me, and this is how?
Does Rob wish that he had that opportunity to have this antidote?
Sessanino?
Yeah,
but like that's the thing too. Like I thought about that too. And let's say the murder in plain sight, Rob could have saved himself. I'm not quite sure how he would have done it. You know, like if they like came in and was like, "Oh, who wants to take the antidote?" I think our Rob thought he was fine. Right. He hadn't done anything, and he ran from the conga line. So for him, you know, I don't think he would have he would have even thought to go grab the potion, because he probably would have like, "Well, at least I had the sense to get out the way," you know. Whereas these other people should be a little bit more in danger. I think for him, by the time he died, it was too late. Like he didn't know in the moment. Had he been at this table though, I don't know if Rob would have fallen for the the touching the amulet, because he's like us. He would have been like on hyper alert. And I think he probably wouldn't have touched anything or anybody, you know? So I don't know. It'd be fun to find out. Maybe I'll ask him.
Yeah, let's ask him. Okay, so I have to go and grab my order, but you want to talk about breakfast and how they had the traitors come in first?
Oh my God.
Is it because they don't have like a turret that they're just having them like have these opportunities to get together and talk? Because like that was wild in my opinion. Okay, chat about that. I'll be right back.
Well, I thought that was very interesting that they let the traitors come in first, because we've been questioning what the timing is, right? Like, is it a giveaway if you're in the last group? Does that mean you were definitely on the hit list, or you're going to die or something like that? And to me, this kind of throws a wrinkle in that a little bit, because I don't think anybody would imagine that the traitors are all three sitting at the table together, kind of plotting in broad daylight. But yeah, they didn't have a turret, and so they didn't have a chance to kind of rehash what had happened. And so much had happened that night. We had the round table, you know, where Rob is almost letting Lisa go, kind of like he's defending Ron Funches. He's defending Colton, which makes Lisa the de facto choice. Then they had the murder in plain sight, where Jam Jam gets dragged out calling Lisa's name. You know, people are vouching for who gets the potion. You know, all of that drama happens, and they didn't get to debrief. They don't get to kill anybody in the night. They don't we don't know how Jam Jam dying affects any of their strategies. And so them all sitting at the table together and getting to talk it out. I think it was a good TV moment. We got to see some of the conflict that was going to happen between the three of them if they ever were in the turret together. And what we don't know is that this is the last time those three people will be basically in the same room. And we had to have this moment because had Lisa died after this or been banished after this without them ever having a conversation, you're like, dang, what, how did she feel about Rob in that day? What was Candace thinking in that day? This really gave them a chance to try to recalibrate and determine if they were going to come back and play together. So I like this scene a lot because it did allow them to be like, all right, we can get back on the same page. Or it allowed them to kind of yell at Rob and be like, hey, what the F are you doing? Why are you throwing us under the bus? And so
I like them
I
yelling
like
at
this.
Rob.
Yeah, I like this. I like this. That's what I'm saying. That we needed the turret for them to have that moment, but because we didn't get the turret for them to at least have conflict, at least they gave it to them at the table.
Yeah, like I understand that they're trying to bring in these new twists and new ways to look at the game, but I do miss the turrets. We don't have enough of them,
Yeah.
I think.
To me, the turret is boring this season because they're all in the same place. They're all in the same. They were up until these most recent episodes. They've all been targeting the same person. The same thing has been happening. Like last year's turret was fiery because they were fighting the entire time. From week 1, they were fighting. I think back, I can't remember the second turret, you got like Phaedra versus Dan kind of happening a little bit. The first turret, you had several moments where like I think Cerie versus Cody Calafiore was going on in the turret. So like I like the tension in the turret, and they have been very kumbaya in there up until these most recent episodes. And so yeah, this gave us the conflict we needed. And now the turret is my favorite part of the episodes. Are you crazy?
Yeah,
because
great.
Candace and Rob in there together.
Oh
Yeah, I
my.
need more of that. Turn that up.
Well, at least it's like you're gonna have to do a little bit more than sit back. Like I just loved her calling out Rob. Like Rob really isn't doing anything, and because he's a attractive man, like nobody's looking at him in any sort of way. He's allowed to be besties with Colton, even though Colton's kind of like the house pariah a little bit, and like he gets to throw Lisa under the bus. No, repercussions here. Like there should be. Maybe like I know it's part of the game that the traitors are allowed to do what they want. They're not allowed to outright say she's a traitor, but like they can push them out the door for sure. I wish that there was like a bit of a penalty or a bit of something that you would lose or make it harder for you if you do that too early, or if you like as soon as you do that. Like what do you think we could do to fix this? Because I don't know, like I don't like when the traitors turn on each other too early.
Really? I thought last season when they were fighting, it was great.
No, but I wanted Danielle to work with Carolyn.
I mean, but by this point, Bob and Boston Rob had already had basically like a fist fight at the table, and I thought to me
I thought that was
like,
too soon too. I was giving critiques to Boston Rob that like you were turning on Bob the Drag Queen way too early.
Right, but my issue isn't more like my issue is with the strategy of it, not so much the game design. Like I don't have an issue with them being able to fight each other so early, because like that's when we get the most tension. I mean, up until these last couple episodes when they've not been turning on each other, well, we haven't been talking about anything. We're like, oh, this is boring. We need gamers. Da, 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 da. Now they're starting a game against each other, and people are kind of like, nah, I changed my mind. And well, so I don't really have an issue with it.
Okay. I guess I see where you're coming from for sure. I guess where my issue is because they're not gamers. I don't feel like Lisa can combat it or like fight against it or like.
Oh, he's kicking her ass. You can say it. Like you can say it. Now look, we gotta just go call it what it is, Chantel. Yeah. Rob Roush is good at this so far. I do have questions about his strategy in this episode and the last episode for sure. But Lisa's outmatched. She did not know that she was in the ring with a dog, and he got that dog in him right now.
Absolutely. Lisa asks him for help, and like he doesn't look like he's going to give her any help. But
maybe it's called the Traitors. You're not going. He's being a traitor. He's being a traitor on you. Chantel. I think you identified what the issue though is. Lisa is not as good as him, and so what Lisa should have done. And this is not that hard, so I'm not like being like I'm watching at home, so I can tell you all the rules. Like the thing I'm about to say is very simple. When Rob started to defend Ron Funches and Colton at the table, they should have known they lost Rob that moment. So from that moment on, everything she should have done in this episode should have been to get either back at Rob, to get the people to look at Rob, or to maybe defend herself from Rob. She should know he's coming from her just after last roundtable. But to come in and be like, you should help me, Lisa. You should.
Yeah. You had enough tools.
You're already losing the fight. Yeah, like
You had enough information. You could have done something about it.
it reminds me of last season when Carolyn and Danielle are going at it, and Danielle starts working 3 episodes early to get Carolyn. She starts planting seeds real early, and so by the time Carolyn's finally ready to pounce, Danielle's already set the blocks in motion. Rob set these blocks in motion last round, and Lisa's like, "No, help me!" Like, if he was gonna help you, he wouldn't have defended Colton and Ron Funches last round. Lady, you lost him already, so she's just not locked in. And Candace.
But wait, what is Lisa doing though at the time, like when she's sleeping? Because they're not really having any turrets, right? So like they're not getting less sleep. What is she planning and plotting? Like
I think she is.
It's crazy.
That's I think the issue is. I don't think it's that like the game design is bad. I just think Lisa's not tapped in. I think that she's getting beat up, and Candace is kind of going down with the ship. And I'm like, hey y'all lost this man last round.
I wish that I don't know if it would have helped, but I wish that she had shared the information of Colton holding her hostage, like with the round table being like, because like she might have been able to get more the numbers that were on her on Colton, and then you'd see Rob in a better predicament there, because like if he goes for Lisa there, that would probably have looked a lot more funny if everybody else was on Colton, you know?
Yeah, and Rob is doing this very well. He's saying, like, you see how Candace is defending Lisa every time we come after her? Colton is saying that, right? You see how Candace is always defending Lisa? Lisa needs to be saying, you see how Rob is always defending Colton? Y'all notice how he's always coming? Why was he defending Colton so hard? We all thought Ron was a traitor. Don't get me wrong, we were wrong, but like, why was he so heavy on defending him? You know, was he trying to, like, she should be attacking him at this point. She's not playing defense. She's just going along with the original plan.
Yeah, she needs apparently though what she was upset about is after Rob voted for her last week that she had like a whole scene that they didn't share. Did you see this? Her talking about this? Where she got out some sort of whip and she was spanking Rob, being like, bad boy for like, you know, voting for her. So we missed out on that, but maybe it's a secret scene.
If you vote for me, we're no longer on the same team. You know, like, and I know
you voted for me. I think I'd lose the game because I'd just be so angry and I'd just coming back for vengeance.
That's what I'm saying. But like, he voted for you, and you're like, okay, Rob, help me. The man that tried to get you out, you think he's gonna help you, Lisa?
Yeah, he was fine with you going home.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying is that he's just running circles around her right now, and that's how she ends up going home.
Yep. So next in for breakfast is Dorinda, Johnny, Mark, and Eric. Then Maura, Steven, Colton. Steven's just upset about these stupid cards. I mean, they were a trap. And I think that they were obviously strategically placed there because production wanted there to be things that would incriminate people to make that, you know, the potion drinking that be effective, relevant. So I feel bad though, poor Steven. Like, he kind of had a bad episode this episode.
He did, but I did like that he was at least one of the people who was not thrown off at dinner. Like, he was trying to keep order at dinner. He's like, y'all, we can't keep focusing on the food. Y'all, Mark's like, y'all, it wasn't Dorinda. Like, they were really tapped in on like, okay, if we can think about it, but people's lives were in danger. Okay, people were dying, Kim. They were losing it. They weren't really just stick it out. But Johnny's very interesting to me in these moments because Johnny has walked away from everything we saw, and he's like, you know who's being weird? Natalie. And I do think he's coming to Tara's like defense because that's his person. But I'm like, everything you're saying about Natalie, you can apply to Tara. And so if Natalie is doing traitorous stuff, how come we can't see that Tara did the exact same thing?
It could be though because Natalie's a gamer, right? So like, just like she has a little bit of that aura, and so it's like, oh, like it just looks like she's fighting harder than little old Tara that just thinks that she might have gotten poisoned. Like, you know, it just seems like it's more. She's taking more of like I don't want to use the word aggressive, but just like a more powerful stance for getting that potion, as opposed to Tara. She was a little bit more docile.
Well, that's why she lost. Like, that's why she didn't get the potion. You know, like, you don't get to go up there all meek and then be like, how come you took that from me? Like, girl, because it was me or you. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. So Kristen, Tara, and Natalie are next, and now she feels bad that she took the antidote, or tried to take the antidote, when it was Jam all along that needed it. I mean, I wonder if she's getting some more like information. Like, I need to hear more about people's thought process because I just feel like people are all playing stupid.
Yeah, we this is such a heavily edited show, and there's so many contestants and all that kind of stuff. So we don't really know what's going on through their minds as much as we should. And I agree. I don't really love that because it looks like now Natalie's like, dang, I feel bad for Jam Jam, and Tara's like, yeah, that's suspicious. It's like, okay, like that can't be the logic that you went to get to Natalie alone, right? Like you're talking about earlier, Chantel, you were saying how they don't look at past motives. I think a lot of them are, and so they have these cases built up in their heads that we're not hearing about. Right.
That's
so
what I'm saying. I need to hear more.
Yeah.
I hear more because why are they so dumb, in my opinion, for what they're showing me? It's like, come on, figure some of this out, or let me hear your thought process as to why you're coming to the wrong, decision.
Exactly.
Wrong thought process. It could be because none of them are gamers and they're all kind of like, just like, I'm never seen a season, never seen an episode, never played the game. Like, it could be that too.
Yeah, but I'm not like that's I'm not so disappointed with some of the way they're playing. I do like that Johnny is like gathering the troops, right? Like I like that style of gameplay. Obviously, like Colton is playing hard, Rob is playing hard. Like Tara is with Johnny. I think Steven is the one I have the biggest question mark about as far as his gameplay. But I don't know. I don't think they're not right. But I don't hate that they are actually trying to play the game. I think the people that are more questioned are the ones who don't say as much. Like Eric doesn't really talk as much. Mora, she gets a lot of sound bites, but not really about strategy. So those are the ones where I'm like wondering what exactly are you doing? Who do you feel good about and who don't you? But that 8-person alliance that Johnny tried to put together, I think that's what's really moving the game right now, and they're just not showing all their conversations.
Well, another thing too is that actually, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, I'll move on. Okay, so Natalie apologizes to the group, which I think is good that she apologizes to the group. It sucks that she is kind of going to be blamed by this, and like with these people that don't seem to have a strategic mind, that it's like hard to convince them otherwise. And I'm just, that's what I was going to say before. So what I would be looking at if I was in that castle is who has the most like heat, like who's involved in everything, who's doing the most, because like Lisa is doing the most and Rob is doing quite a bit as well. Like if you could start to see like the Colton, the Rob, they're working together, they're talking, like I would be looking at who is doing that as to how I would be to kind of determine like, okay, who are the major players this season? They're probably leading the story because they're probably either a traitor or working with a traitor. That's what I would think.
Yeah, I think Rob is just doing a really good job of not showing people that he's doing that much. Like he's talking to Colton in the one-on-one. He's not really in a lot of those bigger
conversations. Natalie a little bit, like
yeah, but I don't think they see it. Okay. Yeah, I think it really caught them off guard that he came for Lisa at the round table. Now that's why I said I think what this round table. I think the last round table is when they should have realized that Rob was about to double team him, or because that's when he was protecting Ron. That's when he really stepped out in front. And so I feel like everybody else has probably been just thinking like Rob's one of us, like, oh, we'll add Rob to our numbers. We'll add Candace to our numbers. So they don't really see that he's got a working relationship with Colton. The Colton conversation that we see in this episode, it even happens during the challenge when they're like walking up that hill. So I don't know. I think he's just doing a really good job of disguising what he's doing. But I think this episode, he stepped out so far in front that there's no way of putting it back. I think to this point, I was very impressed with him. I don't know if I will be thus far.
All right, Alan comes in and says Jam Jam is toast as he tosses his picture. Oh, your guy,
my king.
Have you seen any of his exit press or anything?
I have not, but I'm very excited to see what he has to say. I thought I really think if he was more big on his own self-preservation, it would have saved him that night. But I do think that at that point, maybe I don't know, because now I don't know if Jam Jam gets the potion. Let's say he does get the potion, right? And it's Natalie doesn't, and it's him and Kristen, and they're both safe, right? And there's no murder. Do the people immediately like come back and be like, that was suspicious of Jam Jam? Like, why did he do that? Like, he didn't even need it. Or, or do they just come back and be like, well, Jam Jam must have been correct because, or do they just assume it was Kristen who was going to die? Like, I don't know if socially he was doing so well.
But it would have been interesting though to see how that played out. I would think. Like,
right.
I was hoping because I was like, ooh, 2 people on the short list are drinking the potion. I was like, wow, that's like that's really cool. I was hoping that it would have been resolved, whatever.
Yeah, like at least to see what if that gives them any more information, right? I think they don't have any more information except for, obviously Jam Jam yelling out that it was Lisa. But like I feel like they already had, like, she was one vote away from going home, like at the round table. So it's not like she was not already on everybody's radar.
So Mark and Johnny, which I think is smart, think that Natalie is the last gamer. And so that theory has not been put to bed yet. And unfortunately, if you're going to do the meta of this in any season, you kind of have to assume that's going to be one gamer in the turret. And so I do think that she's in a bit of a precarious situation because I would be thinking it, right?
Yeah.
Not with her actions, but just with the optics.
I would be thinking it. Because she does say at that one table, like, I would never target a gamer first. Like, like she was, because when they were talking about Portia, they're like, why is Portia going home? Lisa voted for her. Well, I would have never targeted a gamer because those are your people. And she's convincing because she's right? Like, that's exactly what she's thinking. But at the same time, that's what somebody would want you to think if they were targeting their own people, And so I think, like, once you throw the theory out there, you kind of have to test it. But I personally don't believe you target your people so early on, right? Like, so that's why I still have a problem with Lisa's voting for Portia. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't care how she tries to spin it. It just doesn't.
I still don't really get it.
It just was a bad move.
But I also don't get why it's incriminating. Like because
you don't want to banish the people who are going to take you to the end. Like, whether they're a traitor or not, you still want to keep them around. Look at Dorinda. Dorinda is not in any danger as long as Lisa's there. Like, she's just not. Hell, Lisa is getting protected left and right by Candace. You protect your numbers, and then if you have to get rid of them, you do. Well, I feel like with Portia, it was like she misspoke, so she has to go because Ryan Funches said so. Like, if I'm Lisa, that's not enough information for me to get to turn on somebody that I've known for maybe a decade, probably more. So that's why I thought that was a bad move. But for them to say about Natalie, like, would Natalie want Rob Sestonino out and Jam Jam and Tiffany? Like, I don't buy it.
No, I don't think so either. But Tara and Natalie are talking, and Lisa joins them, and overhears Natalie saying, "We murdered one. Oh, we banished. She got a little bit tongue-tied, and she pulled a Portia, we'll say." Do you think this was incriminating as much as Lisa was trying to use it?
I don't mind Lisa using it, but Chantel, I mean, we've seen people misspeak, and they be dead ass wrong. So we do this all the time. People who talk a lot, we misspeak because we talk a lot. It just happens.
It's because our brain's moving too quickly, and we're like on to the next topic where the mouth is like behind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think this. Listen, you already banished Portia for the exact same thing, and you had quote unquote more evidence than you do now. Michael Rappaport did the same exact thing at that round table when y'all came for Portia. And y'all didn't banish him. But when you did, you found out that he was a faithful. So now the third person is doing this. And y'all like, okay, but this time, it wasn't a misspeak. It was actually like a traitorous thing, like a traitorous admission. And I was like, all right, whatever.
Okay, so should we take this and make it part of like Traitor's strategy is to do the misspeak once and be like, that misspeaking, it happens. And like just to make it, because like that happened with Peppermint. That definitely happened 3 times now this season. And there's probably other times where it's happened that I just don't remember off the top of my head. Should this be part of Traitor's strategy is to do a little misspeak to make him fully faithful?
I don't know. Cause in Mafia, they say if you don't say your town, then you're automatically Mafia. Like, if you just won't, if you forget to say it, like that's normally a smoking gun. And I think it's because like, you're not literally locked in on your role. But the town will never say I'm Mafia. Like, you never slip up and do that. I think in the Traitors, I think people are dying in so many different ways.
The word banishment, murder, like
it's all the same. You were eliminated from the game, is what I'm trying to say, right? Whether it was a murder, whether it's a banishment, to us, you're all dead. It doesn't matter. Like, if we banish them, we don't expect them to be banished and going to sit at the cabin. Like, they died. They're out of the game. So I think to me, it's just the words, the terminology isn't as commonly used. And so, we screwed this up. I know I screwed it up on this exact podcast. I'm like, and then they murdered such and such. And I'm like, oh, well, they banished them. But you know what I'm saying? They're dead. They're out of the game. Exactly. So I don't think it's that big of a deal.
He's a traitor.
Right. Like, he said he murdered them. It's like, well, I mean, they're not here no more. Dang. So it's like, you almost need to say when that person was eliminated. Like, you need to change your way of speaking so you don't F it up. Like, don't mention a murder at all. Don't ever say killed or murdered in the game. Just be like, yeah, whenever they got rid of blank, or whenever we got rid of blank, or something
we
like that,
lost.
to where, yeah, we lost blank. Whenever such and such left the game. That's, talk like that, and I think it clears you.
It does clear you, and it also maybe paying attention to what you're saying, because I think when people don't recognize that they slip up, and then they don't just be like, oh shoot, sorry, let me say that again, like not acknowledging it, people start thinking like, oh, is this a Freudian slip, like, oh, she
Uh-huh.
didn't even notice that she made this mistake, and
Yeah.
so yeah, they kind of maybe need to pay a little more attention to what they're saying, so that like if they do make a little slip up, like they can catch it in the moment.
Yeah. Someone in the chat says maybe they can't just say eliminate it. Maybe they have to keep the narrative going that it is a murder mystery.
Mhm.
I mean, but like, come on, y'all producers, are y'all gonna make it that hard for them where they gotta say the exact right word all the time without getting such, like, it does make the game more difficult. I would say that, but you gotta have other ways of talking about this that you don't like mistakenly incriminate yourself every time you're trying to talk about somebody leaving the game. Like, we lost blank is like perfect, right? Like, or they're no longer with us. How you have the soft launch of someone dying. They're no longer with us anymore. Kind of like could
Since
avoid
he's
that.
out of the game, yeah, no
Right.
longer
Since they're
with
out of the
us,
game, blah blah.
lost
Like,
the
talk in
time.
passive voice. Don't talk about what we did. We didn't do nothing. They got banished. They got killed. Like, that's what you should say. You never. I think that's probably what it is. No more ownership over these things, right? I can't remember what season of Survivor that was, but they were like, oh, I think Heroes versus Villains. Jeff's like, y'all voted out Boston Rob. And Courtney's like, I didn't vote out Boston Rob. The tribe voted out Boston Rob. I'm like, you're not wrong. The majority got rid of them. It's like, whenever they got banished, whenever they did a thing, like, I would just try to displace blame off of me. I never did nothing in this game. Like, it wasn't me.
King says if they acknowledge their mess up, it just draws attention to it sometimes.
Mhm.
But like, if I'd be like, oh shoot, whatever, I misspoke.
Y'all
Like,
know what I
I
meant.
don't.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, exactly.
y'all know I ain't
Yeah,
kill
you know what
them.
I mean.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
it might look sketch, but like I think it looks more sketch if they don't say anything at all. It just looks like, oh, you're in your
We got
subconscious
them.
is telling the truth. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got them.
So Rob is talking to Maura, Steven, and Mark, just throwing Lisa under that bus, being like, Jam Jam has no reason to lie. Why would he lie on his way out like this? And I was like, oh man, Rob, I mean, you're not wrong. Do this, it's fine. But like, I really hope that the Wrath of Candace comes for him, because like he needs to have some heat. He needs to have some trouble, some problems, because he definitely didn't think this through, in my opinion, with like
Agreed.
so outwardly throwing Lisa under the bus.
I agree. I 100% agree. But we'll talk about it.
So we get into the cars for the mission. Tara doesn't think it's Lisa. Okay, I'm like, oh, gosh, she definitely doesn't have her finger on the pulse of this game. Sorry, Miss Lipinski.
Yeah.
Lisa shares with her car group about the whole Natalie of it all. And so we get to this new, I didn't remember what this thing, oh, they had to go collect all these gold nuggets, and then they had to throw and hit something. And then if they had 6, they could get something, and they have 30 minutes to do it for $25,000. But whoever has the most rocks in their box gets to, the top 6 gets an opportunity to go for a dagger, and a dagger is for 2 votes. This also annoyed me that it heavily favors the young and fit.
Yeah.
There's only like 4 young and fit people, or I guess 6, the 6 people that got it.
Most of these challenges are, to me, unproportionately like physical. Like we talked about that one challenge where they just like Donna doesn't even do it. Like, and they don't even pretend like she does. Like, they put her in the one shot and then she's never in another shot at all, because what does she look like pulling that big ass, carriage or whatever that they were pulling, so I don't know. They are being asked to do a lot, like running and all that kind of stuff. So I don't really have an issue with this particular challenge as I do with most of the challenges. I would love for anybody to be able to come in and do well.
Well, wait, what I'm saying, this particular challenge, it basically seemed like only the young, fit people
Could get
were
this
able
advantage.
to get the dagger.
Yeah.
Nobody that was over the age of, like, I don't know, 35 maybe, and like not physically in great shape was even going to be a contender here. And it's like, that's kind of sucks, because like it's the people that aren't in that position that are probably going to need it the most.
Yeah.
It's pissed me off. I was like, how is Dorinda going to match up with Colton over here or Rob? Like, come on.
Outmatched completely. Yeah. There was nothing she could do.
Trying to speed watch. So Rob and Colton, though, on this on this mission, they're just basically planning for Lisa. Okay, like we're just gonna get Lisa out this episode.
You don't
I
want to
will be very excited though if
Okay.
Colton gets to the end thinking that Rob is his little brethren, and like Rob's like, sorry, man, I'm a fucking traitor.
Yeah, that would be wild. I don't see how he could do it now after this move, but I definitely saw that like being a possibility for sure. But I appreciated Colton finally shutting the hell up. Like when Colton finally says, like, you know what, I've been wrong so many times. Let me just shut my ass up because I've lost a lot of social capital. And so Colton does something that I have to commend him for. He uses Rob to push his narrative as opposed to him, taking people hostage and like being the loudest person. Like he's finally realizing that the way he's been playing the game is putting a huge target on his back.
I know, Dreadful, but we might have to have him if he's best friends with Rob, right? Rob's his traitor angel at this point. And so I don't know if it's going to come back around for like that, the faithful 8. Is it still 8? Yeah. For them to come and like go for Colton. Do you think that the faithful 8 will ever turn back on Colton again?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think, I don't know. I don't think Rob is going to be able to maintain his position in the game without like and I think if Rob goes, I think Colton's not far. I don't see a world where they make it to the end. Colton's had so much heat on him in different variations, right? He's been in fighting with people. I think even if I got to the end and it was like me, Colton, and one other person, I just vote him out just in case, like just to be sure. So I don't know. He could probably make it to the end, but I don't think there's any way he can win the game at this point.
Rob or Colton?
Colton. I don't see it.
Okay, so I mean, we're jumping the gun a little bit, but do you think that they're going to recruit?
I don't know. I mean, they typically have they had a season where they didn't recruit?
Who did they recruit last season?
Brittany Haynes.
Oh, right, and then season before they recruited at some point Kate Chastain.
And
maybe somebody else. So I think they've always recruited.
Recruited the first season. So I see it coming. Now, I don't know who they were going to recruit, but I guess we could talk about that later.
Okay, let's keep it percolating in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're putting all the gold in boxes. Lisa puts hers in Stevens, and it was so suspicious. Why is she putting her rocks in Stevens? Was it that suspicious?
No, I don't think so. Like she knows she's not gonna win it, so you might as well give it to somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, and like she's like, it was not gonna be Colton's because she doesn't like Colton.
Right.
It probably wouldn't be Rob's because like they've had this like
he voted for her.
Exactly, there's conflict at the round table, and then
she's
Natalie.
targeting.
She's targeting.
Yeah, so and maybe Mark.
Mark was Mark in that group.
I think Mark was in the group too. So yeah, so maybe Mark is who she could give it to. But
Mark or Stevens, the same thing.
Yeah. It's fine.
All right, so they added $17,800 to the pot. Colton, Eric, Mark, Natalie, Rob, and Steven are all eligible to.
She could have did Eric.
He's a little bit.
They
would have been like, why is she doing Eric?
Yeah. She got so much heat on her, nobody cares anymore. They're like, you're suspicious.
Yeah, like she probably wouldn't put it in Eric's because, like, the voice, the musical ears.
Yeah,
stay away from that guy. Okay, so how did you feel about the fact that they just walked up to, a spot that has a turned down card, and one of them has the dagger on it, and then Rob, because he had the most gold pieces or whatever, got to question everybody to see if they're lying to have the dagger. And if he got it correctly, he could steal the dagger from them. What do you think about this setup? Like how they it's right there.
I don't know. But I heard they did this in UK as well. If I'm not mistaken, maybe it's the because I think all of this stuff is really copied and pasted. I know the challenge that they did apparently was like one of the last challenges they did in the last season of UK, but I heard the dagger's not new. US hasn't done anything new to my knowledge.
Had the dagger last like this most recent season of UK, but I don't remember how they got it.
Right. I don't know. I don't know. What did you feel about this?
Well, I don't mind the challenge of like, are we lying or not lying, and then you can guess. Like, I don't mind that, but I do mind just like walking up there and like, I don't know, just I guess, yeah, I don't know. It's okay, but I feel like something could have been tweaked in the execution. Like
Yeah,
maybe they could have done something to get the cards, or I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. It
And
was
then like,
interesting.
did you must have watched Anonymous, right?
I saw the beginning. I didn't watch all of it.
But like, like how they basically did that, like for every round, they would do like do I have the whatever safety in this or no? Like, so it is a trope that's kind of going around in these games. I just didn't think it was that executed that well, and like I was just kind of annoyed that Rob, like, he should only get like one question or something.
Oh, like he should only be able to ask them one person, and then he has to
Maybe
guess between the 5 of them.
no one question per person,
Oh,
maybe, or
because he
something.
asked a few questions,
Yeah,
like,
you
but
could
he was,
ask like lead up questions.
yeah, but they were like, "What's the weather like?" You know, I don't know. It
I
didn't
mean, he was doing it to gauge like
their
lies.
reactions.
He
Yeah,
needs to have a baseline.
right.
I did not watch. I watched the first episode and then I didn't, or maybe second episode, a couple.
I'm spoiled on the winner of Ireland, so I am very excited to watch it.
You are?
I
You like
mean,
being spoiled?
not like to be spoiled, but cover your ears. Here's a spoiler warning for all the people who don't want to know.
I don't know if I want to know.
Well, I'll say it for the people. You're not covering your ears. You can hear me.
Okay, go.
Okay. Here's the spoiler. 5, 4. Hey, the black lady won Ireland, and I'm shocked, and so I need to see how that happened. Okay, Chantel, I'm ready.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just wanted me to look stupid for a second, right?
No, I had to say it because I've been like, how did that happen? So yeah, no, I'm ready to check it out.
um Okay, so Rob does. So they all look at their own little card. They see whether or not they have the dagger on it. Then Rob, because he had the most rocks, he's able to question the 5 people standing in front of them, and then decide who he thinks has the dagger, and that he could steal the dagger.
He's a human lie detector, Chantel. What did you think about that? Rob Roush, the human lie detector, and then he was right.
I was wrong. So, but like obviously they're gonna show it to make me. Well, you got it right.
No, I mean, I'm questioning. You were wrong. Who did you think had it?
I thought it was Steven.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
because he was so obviously like, you know what I mean? I thought that he was acting whatever he said.
yeah. What did you think about Rob kind of like crowning himself a human lie detector? Do you think he's just really good at spotting lies?
I mean, I think he knows that technique, right? Get a baseline and see if somebody wavers from it when you ask them something where they had to tell the truth or lie. So, I mean, I think that it's kind of, I don't study human behavior, but I feel like I've watched a whole bunch of human behavior stuff videos, and I would probably have learned that if I was going to go on the Traitors.
Yeah,
Right?
he seemed like Natalie was very obvious to him because she wasn't really making eye contact with him, and like that's like definitely a telltale sign. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like I've seen people pull off crazier things. Like we watched that $1 Million Secret. They were constantly lying to each other, and like they were doing the box switches and stuff like that. I talked about that show with Winnie and Tolu. I can't remember what it's called, but like that one too.
Secret? Is it that
No,
one?
that was a different show. That's the one where they're outside.
Oh,
and inside.
the vault? No, the
Yeah, something like that. And they had the boxes, and you had to swap them. And, like I like that kind of stuff. But I don't think I don't know. I don't think I'm good at that kind of like I don't think I'm good at that kind of stuff.
Well, if I were to ever go on the Traitors, I would definitely be learning how to lie. I would be learning how to, like, yeah, I like to detect others lying. Like, I definitely would be doing all those things because, yeah, they're making it harder for us.
Yeah,
Either side. It's hard for either the faithfuls or the Traitors.
yeah.
So Rob takes Natalie's tablet, and she did indeed have the dagger on it. So we go back to the castle, and Lisa shares the Natalie bit with the group. Tara corroborates this. I was like, ooh. Tara might make herself look like a traitor. She doesn't step away. I really love though Lisa and Candace like talking, but like they're spies, like they're like standing side by side and talking and gaming, and like they're not making eye contact, and like I thought that was kind of fun. Very
no, I like that too.
Oh, is it the snake? Oh no, that's the snake was something else. But what is that one that you were talking about?
Oh no, I dang, it's a Netflix show. Don't make me look it up. I'll look it up.
I'll remember. I will remember.
The Trust. There you
the
go.
vault was close.
You were close.
The vault was close.
You were close.
So Rob makes a pact with the Dagger crew to not share who has it. I mean, this is smart, so that they, you know, keeping information away from the majority of people is always a good idea in this game. So smart to do and make that pact. Okay, we get to the round table. Lisa brings up the Natalie situation. Tara corroborates this again. Maura said that she was that she kissed Jam Jam. Wait. Everybody started talking about kiss kiss. Everybody kiss kiss. Everybody kiss kiss. Everybody kiss kiss. Lisa still didn't defend her kiss kiss because she always says like, no, I didn't do that. No, that's not true. And it's like, no, you just said like, well, I did give him a kiss kiss, but like,
I gave everybody a kiss kiss, right? Exactly. Like nobody, like if that was the case, y'all all be dead. You know, if it was me. So like, how did Jam Jam get the special kiss kiss? But like Maura's like, well, I don't know, because I thought you was gonna kiss me. I was concerned when you came over here. So it's clear that Rob probably has already planted the seed with Maura as well. Like they lost Maura.
So was Rob talking out loud, or was this in a confessional when he says something, when somebody says that it didn't happen, or I don't remember, that is a telltale sign that they are lying about the situation? Was he saying that to the group?
Yeah, he was saying that to the group. He's like, there's two different stories here. One person is saying it happened. The other person is saying they don't remember it happened. And that person is normally lying. You know, and so at this point, he's full on pushing Lisa in front of everybody. And he's coming in kind of like, y'all, let's use logic. Like, let's take all the emotion out. And when people talk to you like that, it's because they're trying to convince you that, like, whatever you think is irrational, I am the smart person in the room you should be listening to right now. And I think it works. I think saying language like that, because people don't want to be like, if I'm wrong, then I didn't use logic. Thus, I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's the reason why he was using that exact wordage or verbiage or whatever. And I don't know, like, to me, like, in a way, we know he's a traitor, obviously. So like, to me, it's like a telltale sign. But obviously, like, that's a very manipulative tactic to be like, use your brain, because it kind of intimidates you to not go with what I'm saying. Because if you don't, and we're wrong, I told you to use your brain, dummy. You know, it kind of like shames you for having your own opinion. I don't hate that he did it, but I always notice that in these types of games where when someone's frustrated or they really want you to do what they want, it's anything you said is illogical. Everything I'm saying is automatically fact and science and all this other stuff.
100%. I mean, he is making a point, but I don't know. He should just stay in the background a little bit, because him being, as you're saying, super logical and kind of like, and now he's going to get a traitor out, to me and to you, it looks traitorous. But he's so emphatic. He has all the exact right facts and the exact right way to read this situation. And he's going to get a traitor out now. Like, I don't know. It looks like you had more information than everybody else.
Well, he's using the information that they all had, right? Jam Jam was dragged out yelling at this, and like Colton already said all these other things. So he's really being like, he's been laying the foundation for this. It's not like he popped up out of nowhere and was like, y'all, Lisa, he's been working these people all day. He's been working, like Colton's on board, Maura's on board. He's just a matter of being like, I know y'all are about to probably vote out Natalie incorrectly, but like, we have so many reasons to vote out Lisa. Let's just redirect them to the correct answer here. As you pointed out, being correct about being like getting a traitor out oftentimes just make people think that you are a traitor who turned on another traitor. So you can't look like you're too confident about it. And to me right now, he definitely looks like he knows for a fact that she's a traitor. So yeah.
Let's be logical. Mansplaining to the nth degree. It's so true, Miss Brown Sugar. Let's be logical. Like, shut up. Like, I don't want to be logical.
Yeah.
All right, it's voting time. Oh, we're gonna say something.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to tell you who voted for whom. So Mark voted for Lisa. Tara still on the Natalie train. Steven went for Lisa. I would be like, wouldn't you want to maybe not vote for her because she gave you the rocks? But Moira voted for Lisa. Lisa voted for Natalie. Colton for Lisa, a legend, an icon, and a traitor. I just like he's so annoying. I like
Yeah.
he's so annoying. Eric votes for Lisa. Candace votes for Rob. Interesting. We'll talk about that in a second. Kristen for Lisa.
Yeah.
Johnny for Lisa. Natalie for Lisa. Rob for Lisa. And more. Wait. Did Rob say also? Yeah. Wait. It's not Rob, but Colton also. Colton said the legend, and then so did Rob. He also said like the a legend,
like an icon, a traitor. Yeah.
Lisa's crying.
Yeah. And Lisa's crying. She tried so hard. I don't ever like. I might say people are making bad moves and stuff like that, but I always give people credit for trying. And Lisa was trying. She was trying. Like I don't think anybody expected Lisa Rinna to go so long unnoticed in the game. Like, yeah, Colton clocked her, but you know, the Traitors is not an easy game, and so I commend her for getting this far. And you know, just she's not a gamer, so to me, like, yeah, she made some mistakes, but she gave it the good old college try.
I really wish though that with her making I wish that there was a gamer in the turret maybe with her just to help her a little bit because she just needed some help would be like, hey, you need to do this to get the heat off of you. You need to say this. You need to like nobody was ever really giving her any tutelage, which I think that she would have needed just to get herself out of these situations. And so yeah, it's unfortunate. Like if Rob was in there with her, our Rob, like
Yeah.
He'd be like, okay, Lisa, you got some heat on you. Like, Colton's coming for you. You have to say this, and this, and like, whatever. And like, I'll help you. I'll tell people this. You know what I mean? Like, she needed a gamer that was willing to help her get out of these situations.
But specifically willing to help her. You know, like, because we talk about if Rob Cesternino was in there, but Rob Cesternino is, he plays a very traitorous survivor game too. So there's no telling if he would have got in there and been like, yeah, Lisa, yeah, keep voting for Portia. That's perfect, you know? So I just think she was outmatched. You know, I think this is the problem with not having gamers in the turret. It's not that like, oh, the gameplay won't be good and this, that, and other, but I think they're going to make mistakes. And those mistakes are going to be so easy to simple mistakes, right? Like, I don't think any gamer would have voted Portia out. You know, like the Portia vote was really where I thought Lisa started her trajectory. And I think also she was playing very tight because she is a traitor. So she's trying to fly under the radar, but people are expecting Lisa Rinna to be herself. And that's not under the radar, right? Like she's supposed to be calling people out. She's like chill. Rob Cesternino said Lisa was like one of the most chill people in the house. Lisa Rinna? Like the one, what? Okay. Like not to say that she's like always combative, but I wouldn't consider her somebody who's like quiet. You know,
well, and that's the what I'm always curious about with people being traitors in this game is like if you're having them on the show for being the personality hire, then you cannot have them in the turret because there's no, like chances are they're going to have to quieten their game because they want to go unnoticed. It's other than Bob the Drag Queen, pretty much every traitor gets a little bit more quiet than they usually are because their role. So
like maybe Coco from Canada last season.
Okay, she did pretty good. She did pretty well.
She was very much herself, and they loved Coco. She didn't win. You know what I'm saying? So I think I think it's tougher for the people who are personality hires, because they have to be more outgoing, or it looks suspicious. Why aren't you acting like yourself? Whereas people who are quiet, everybody's trying to play quiet. So it's like they get that little bit to like hide. But also, I guess there's downsides to that too, right? Because when they finally do speak up, they better be right, because they'll go out like Ron Funches or like, you know, Donna, you know, where it was just like they were so quiet that, you know, people just didn't trust them for not saying enough. So it's a really tough line to walk for sure.
Lisa does say the same line. I'm like, don't give Colton that line back. Like, say something else, Lisa. But she says the iconic, legendary traitor. They're so excited.
And Candace jumps up like, what? Oh my God. I was like, Candace, girl, please. Like, you in danger, girl. You in danger, girl. But can I talk about this? I think this is such a bad move on both of them. I think Rob is bad, and I think Candace is bad here. And I haven't had a lot of bad things to say about either of them games, but I think this is way too early. I think that Rob, from his point of view, you taking out Lisa so brazenly in front of everybody, you have to go back to the turret with Candace. Are you crazy? Are you nuts? Like what? Take off the hood. Oh, hey. That was fun, right? Like, what are you talking about? You've now drawn the line in the sand. We have to fight. And Candace throwing the gauntlet at Rob and being like, so let's fight. And I don't know, man. I feel like you need to cover. Like, she should have voted for Natalie and went on about what she was doing. and then like came in and be like, no, Rob, I understand why you voted out Lisa, and then started to plot against him. No, they drew the line in the sand today. It's a fight now.
Well, I mean, and Rob should have taken it a little bit into consideration that housewives can be a bit vindictive, and they also have a lot more money than you, Rob. So like they don't really need this that much. Like this is for fun. This is for maybe to get a little bit more clout. But like they got, what is it, 120,000 they're at right now? Like that's not that crazy amount of money to them to be fighting for. So she might just be vindictive enough to be like, well, if I'm not going to win, neither are you, Rob. And like, it just might be just that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I agree. I thought this was crazy. I was like, Rob, you're doing this too openly. If he was able to plant the seeds and get Lisa out without having to stick his neck out too much, fine. But you got away with it at the last round table when she survived. At that point, you had to kill her, right? Like, because Lisa would be crazy. Now, I don't know why Lisa was still willing to work with him again. And so maybe he could have like brought her back in a little bit longer until he could cut her again. But it was the way that he was kind of like the deciding voice at both the round tables. You're so openly against them. And if I'm Candace, I can't trust you because you told me that you weren't going to do this and you did it twice. And so, yeah, Candace has no choice but to go after him. And she should not be telling him she's about to come after him. She should be playing so naive. Like, no, Rob, I get it. Lisa was going to go. Like, you're cool with Colton. It's fine, blah, blah, blah. And then in the dead of night, she should be scheming and making her little Natalie Anderson list of all the ways she can get back at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like, why did you put they just drew the line in the sand, and it's going to be good TV that they're fighting like this. But
Rob has the upper hand right now with like
he does
and clout.
He does. And so that's what, and also Candace, you've been voting out your own numbers. Letting Monet go. Monet would have been a number in your column when this fight had to happen between you and Rob. You shouldn't have banished Monet. I mean, y'all shouldn't have murdered Monet. You know what I'm saying? Murdering Rob Cesternino really wasn't her idea, but she lost a number there for sure. Like, I think Rob Cesternino is going to pick her side. Yeah. I think they forget that this is a numbers game. And right now, Rob has the numbers, but he's also scorched Candace. And Candace could just burn down the place on the way out. You know, there's no way. Like, we see immediately
he's not getting out unscathed. There's no way.
I just don't think. Yeah, and Caroline, another housewife. Candace, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, like, it's just not it. This ain't it. I just feel like she's just painted herself into a corner. Yeah, it just
she could have kept Tiffany too, because Tiffany
she tried to keep Tiffany.
Yeah, she did try, but like
she tried.
It's hard to save somebody from banishment when you don't have like the numbers, but
yeah.
You're right though. She did lose up her numbers where she's not going to be able to go into battle here effectively. And is it right after this? Hold on, where does he say this? At some point, Rob says, like, do you think the turret could be 3 housewives?
Yeah, because he has no choice but to stomp her out now, but she has no choice but to fight back. I was like, this is so early. Like, you could have been planning this all along. You could have let that happen and been like, no, don't vote for Lisa. I trust her. And like, oh no, I was so wrong. Like, you could have played naive. I'm just done. Like, this damn country accent then came out of him, and then he lost his damn mind. I'm so sick of him being like, and then the numbers were against me, and then they thought they were gonna come for your boy, but I came out. I was like, who is this? I just feel like you could have saved that for a little bit later. It's so many people left in the game. There's only 2 of y'all. This is just
But like, also though, okay, I get it wasn't necessarily the best move for Candace, but why is Rob mad that Candace wrote his name down? Why wouldn't she? What you?
She shouldn't.
She shouldn't have. But like, him being mad about it, like,
he can't be mad. He can't be mad. And he didn't seem like he was angry. He was just like calling her out, like, how dare you put my name down? But he's like playing up the cameras. You know, it's not like he's like throwing a fit.
So Colton thinks that he may have goodwill now that he took the back seat on this last vote. But then now he tells Johnny and Steven. Go ahead.
Yeah, his face during that damn round table.
He was so like annoying. Like, I hate him so much. I did write that down. Like, Colton is so smug.
He was so smug. He looked like he was about took him. It was crazy.
Ew, ew, ew.
I was like, this
A
man is on
legend, an
edge.
icon, and
He
a
was
traitor.
he was loving every second of it. I was like, I know he just wants to like ugh.
Like I know he was right at this one, but like if you throw things at the wall, eventually something's gonna stick, right? So, the broken clock's right twice, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, but
theory.
like how many other people have been right about anything in this game?
But not everybody's throwing everything out there like he is, right? Like
But
he
they are, they're just wrong.
decides, but no, but he decides who everybody's gonna go for, and then they vote them out. Like, and so now, what's
they've
happening?
been voting out people incorrectly too. Like it's not like Colton has been like leading the charge in all these wrong directions. They've all been wrong. Nobody has been right except him. It'd be different if anybody had a different, like, let's say somebody else was right and Colton shut it down. Then I'd be like, yeah, he's just leading them all the different directions. But they were trying to vote out Natalie. They weren't even voting with him.
Well, now Colton is telling Johnny that he thinks it's Steven.
Wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's always throwing out new names, and that's why I think he's a dangerous faithful, because he gets the people to go, whether he's right or he's wrong. He can gather the troops, and if it's you, that means that you're gone. Whether you're a traitor or faithful, I would be getting rid of him immediately.
Yeah, but with whose numbers?
Well, it would have been before he got.
That's what I'm saying. It's too late now. like that's the problem. He has so much momentum, and he does look very faithful after getting Lisa out, right? Like going heads up against Lisa does make him kind of clears him a little bit. Now, of course, you could say, well, it was a traitor on traitor, but Rob's right there, like it was logic, like he has numbers, and I think Johnny calls it out. Like everybody loves Colton. I feel like if everybody loves anybody, you should take them out. But that's me. I'm like Daffy Duck in these games. If anybody's better than me, they're dangerous to me. Like to me, I am the greedy little black duck in the corner. Like, what? Y'all like Mickey Mouse? Y'all like this? Y'all like that? Like, what? No, hell no. I'm taking all of this. I am the main event here. That's kind of how I approach these things. But I'm not saying they were the right way, but that's just how I would look at it. Like, oh, y'all all love him, so he's got to go. Like,
I mean, definitely, that's always kind of like how you kind of have to play it. It's like if
I'm talking about whether you're a faithful or a traitor. Like,
yeah, but you're too much influence. Yeah. People like you too much.
Yeah, like you could be my best friend, but they like you more than me. What? I didn't come here to be second fiddle. Huh? Yes. What? Chappell, please. You've seen me play these games. I am like a demon. Like I don't play. I'm not even trying to win. I'm just getting revenge on people and maneuvering myself to where I want to be. I don't think I've ever tried to win a game. I just people start pissing me off, and then I just try to make my will happen. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like for me right now, he's in a good spot socially, but he's in a bad spot socially at the same exact time. And these numbers are going to matter. And he has one of the most influential people in the house with Rob. I think Rob has now stepped into a role where he's influential, but Candace is coming for Rob now. So that's why I said, I think Rob overplayed this. And I think Candace overplayed this, because this is supposed to be secretive warfare. And now they're basically fighting in public.
In front of the cast.
Right. In front of the family, like in front of my salad.
Colton does talk to Bora and Rob about how Candace is always moving things off of Lisa. I'm just like, oh my god, shut up, Colton. Like, it's fine, it's true, but like, just stop it. He just can't help himself. He just needs to share everything all the time.
Yeah.
So Candace and Johnny are talking in the episode, and they don't trust Rob. I was like, okay. She might be able to get that faithful 8 minus Rob to, take him out. Like, she might have some numbers, actually.
The problem is Mara. Mara's in that faithful 8, and she's not letting Rob go anytime soon. Like, he's like her ride or die. That's what I'm saying. He's too ingratiated with the people that matter. Like with Candace, he was. With Candace, I think was his protector. I think him and Candace were good together. And taking out Lisa has now ruined his position. I think that's the problem.
Absolutely. We do get to the turret, and we end on "Good evening," said by Rob. I was thinking that he was saying that like "Silence of the Lambs."
Oh, good evening. Hello, Clarice.
Hello,
yeah.
Clarice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a big mess next week. So do you think that they're going to recruit? They will be given the option, I'm sure.
Huh. Like before the next murder or after?
Well, I think it's either murder or recruit right now.
Right now? Like this vote?
8. Like them in the turret, they're either going to get
in the turret now, right?
Murder or recruit.
See, I thought if they were gonna do that, they would have left us on that cliffhanger. No? Because isn't that the most suspenseful thing?
Well,
Is like
so
they recruit?
what do you think they left us on the cliffhanger for?
Yeah, I thought they would have been like murder or recruit, but like instead, like, because you're right, they never leave us on the cliffhanger in the turret, you know? So
Well,
there had
they
to be
definitely do their deliberation, and like
right.
we don't
We
know who
found
got
out who
murdered.
died. Right,
Right, exactly.
exactly. So I don't know. I don't know.
So
Because if it was me, if I'm a producer, I'm like, and now we have to recruit somebody, and then I'm cutting the episode, right? Because then we're like, oh, who do they recruit? But now it's kind of like, are they going to recruit? We don't know.
so maybe they recruit somebody and they turn it down, and so like it's just like an in who cares?
They got it. Oh yeah, they could. Well, who would turn it down? Who do you think would turn? I think Johnny Weir would turn it down.
Is he the faithful of the faithfuls?
I
No,
think he's the
Tara would
faithful
turn it
faithful.
down.
I think both of them. I
Um,
think they are the king faithful, king and queen faithful. I don't think they're turning it. I don't
Steven
think
might
they're
turn it down.
Steven should turn it
Eric
down.
might turn it down.
Eric might turn it down. He seems like a good guy, but he's also kind of trolly too. So I think I could see him doing it.
I don't want Colton to be a traitor because,
I
like,
don't think Candace is going to sign off on recruiting Colton anyway.
right, because that's going to be 2 against 1 for sure.
She would be wild. That would be a wild decision on Candace's part.
Unless it's just to get Colton out as
Even
a
then,
traitor.
it would still be a wild
No,
decision on Candace's part.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just think that they cut the episode in a weird position because maybe it's just because they wanted to have like just to see the face to face and like
Yeah.
we're the intrigue of like if they're gonna fight, and maybe they're not gonna fight that much.
So okay. So let's just who would you want to be recruited at this point?
Somebody that helps Candace.
Okay.
Is there anybody that helps Candace?
That's what I'm saying. It's not she voted out her options. Dorinda? Nobody thinks Dorinda's a traitor. I mean, except Tara, but nobody thinks Dorinda's a traitor.
Kristen could be a random recruit.
She could be a random recruit. And I think Kristen is very measured. I would love to see how she handles it because she's coming in and two of her traitors are fighting.
I think she's a good mediator though. So maybe
who do you think she would be loyal to of the two of them? Like just right now, based off of the game so far.
I think Candace.
Is she with Rob or is she with Candace? I don't know. Maybe I feel like she's right. Yeah, I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, Rob is not going to allow her to recruit another house.
Right.
That is true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Candace shouldn't allow her, like Rob, to recruit any of his friends, Colton or Maura. So it'd have to be like a third party.
Maura? No.
No, Maura's one of Rob's numbers. She would be crazy for that. It's tough. It's tough. I think that like a recruit, maybe Kristen. I think Kristen might be number one because like she's the most neutral party. In the entire house. Like I think of everybody else, I think for me, she's the one who's like I could see her going either way.
Yeah, I'll take Kristen.
Yeah. I think that's the best option now. Do you think they're gonna actually do it, or are they gonna like is something wacky gonna happen?
Well, okay, well, if they don't do that, then who are they murdering?
Oh, somebody has to die too, right?
One of the I don't think it's a where you get both. So I think it's one or the other.
So if they don't, so that's our prediction. We predict as a group that they're gonna recruit Kristen. But if Kristen turns it down, she has to die. So she's gonna take it. So
sometimes it's not a do or die situation. Sometimes it depends, but it's not necessarily do or die.
But if you had to kill somebody, you're Candace and Rob, and you have to come to a consensus vote. Is the consensus not also to kill Kristen because she is in the middle?
Yeah,
like,
well, because
she's the only one they could both agree on.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to agree on anybody else.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know.
they have to kind of do Kristen, or Kristen dies or becomes a traitor, basically.
You could recruit Natalie and feed Natalie to the traitors. I mean, to the faithful,
because she's the gamer,
and they think that she is coming for. They think that she is a traitor anyway. So like there is heat on her.
Oh my
So
god,
you
they're gonna
could
be
do
so mad
that.
at her though, like with the whole antidote thing, if they think that she was it from the beginning, you know? Oof.
Yeah, and he has the dagger, so he actually has an extra vote too. So she's probably going wherever he's going because so
She
it'd be
knows.
hard. Like he just has the upper hand. Like I don't know how else to say it. Rob like packed her up, like getting rid of
Yep.
Caroline, like Lisa leaving, Portia leaving, Monet leaving. Candace, girl, what are you doing?
Yeah, Candace. Well, she's just not playing.
I think she was going out on a limb to save Lisa way too much. I think that she should have read the writing on the wall and went to Rob and been like, "Hey, Lisa's got a lot of heat. It's me and you." And then like kind of tried to get on board with his strategy. But I think her and Lisa were just in denial. After Rob voted for her, it was clear that Rob was trying to come for Lisa and she was either going to be able to save Lisa or get out the way. Rob jumped off the boat first and left her there to sink on it. And she did not make a move. She just went down with it.
Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna know how to get out of this, but I hope she is vindictive when she does.
Hope she finds an extra vote because he got one.
Oh, oh, shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think she might be able to get out of it though. With the, if people are turning on Steven, maybe she can jump on the Steven train. Is Steven in the Faithful Eight?
He's in the Faithful Eight, but he's also in the Dagger Six.
Mm. Yeah, she's fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is it for this episode. Unless there's anything else you want to talk about, Chappell.
No, that was it. That was I think this strategically was the most complicated episode that we could talk about. Like we've gone through so many things and we don't even know what's going to happen next. I think look, magically the show is a lot more lighthearted now. I wonder what happened that changed the trajectory of the show where
I
everyone's
still
not.
could get rid of Colton, but
I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen, we could all root against certain people. That's fine. But I do think that everybody ain't in the castle cussing each other out no more. I wonder why. Yeah, I'm happy with the way it's going right now. I'm actually having a good time watching it.
Yay! Chappelle's coming to the other side. Woo!
No, I didn't say all that. I said I'm having a good time watching it. This is still not my favorite show, but I hopefully am enjoying it enough to where the people aren't in the comments like Chappell hates this. Like I'm having a good time.
Yay! Phew. What do you have going on? They want to share with the peeps.
You and I are about to go live, baby. We got to talk about our new season that we're reviewing live on Recap Kickback's YouTube page. And we're talking about I Love New York. And so come join me and Chantel as we get Chantel's first reactions to I Love New York. It's going to be a good time. RecapKickback.com or YouTube.com/@RecapKickback.
Yay! Come and visit us. I think we're probably going to go live in like 20 minutes or so.
Whenever you're ready.
Likely. So come over there and watch my first part watching this show. It's so funny. It's so fun. I have a lot to say. I don't remember everybody yet, so hopefully you have a tutorial little.
You know me.
But yeah, I'm excited to talk about this season. It's so far so good. So far so good.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll see everybody soon. Make sure you subscribe to both of our channels, and yeah, next week.